Run for Your Life 5K up in Containing today. I finished first overall with a finish time of 17:51 something, net time of 17:47. Ran way better than I was expecting, or could have hoped for. I haven't ran in like 4 days. Took some time off, actually, because of last week. At Laurel, I sort of rubbed my nutsack raw, right where the seam is on your nutsack, and then ended up scratching myself a little bit. So it's been kind of raw down there. So I took a couple of days off from running. So I was expecting that to be an issue today, and just being out of shape for not running in a couple of days or really doing any speed work. So definitely very happy with my under 18 time frame today. I'll take it. It was a close one. Luckily, I pulled it off. It looked like there was going to be a bunch of fast people there today. I didn't know what to really expect because there was a couple hundred people signed up. Wasn't really familiar with any of the names. And I saw a couple kids warming up that looked like high school cross-country kids, and I figured they were going to be in shape. So I just was going to let things play out, take it easy, and not go out hard, and just see how it went and how I felt during the race. It starts at the YMCA, and then you go through town real quick for like 3/10 before you hit one of the trails. I don't remember which rail trail it is, but then it becomes an out and back on that rail trail until you finish the same way you start. Pretty decent crowd, fun crowd. But as we took off, the kid who finished second jetted out, and I made sure to quickly hang with him, but behind him, and I drafted off of him for the first mile, just filling it out, see how I felt, see how he was going to do before making a move. I noticed he kept looking at his watch. There's a little tell to me that he's either worried or going too fast, something like that. Just your normal tell. And as he slowed down just a hair around that mile is when I just went around and put the hammer down real quick, just to see what would happen until we went to the water stop. Then I was going to see what happened after that. But that like half mile, whatever I jetted out, I might have had 5 seconds. That was it. When I hit the turnaround, I did hesitate at the turn because there was no signage there that said we were going to turn around there. I even looked at my watch. It said like the 1.5-ish, maybe 1.51, whatever the case may be. But there's no sign, and I asked them as I was coming in, I was like, hey, is this where we turn? And a couple of them were like, I don't know. This is just like the aid station. I'm like, I was like, shit. I was like, but looking up ahead of the trail, you could see more than 0.05 ahead. And I was like, all right, this is definitely where we turn around, because you could see like the leaf cover right there at that aid station sort of did loop around. I just wasn't too confident right away that it was the turnaround, but I sort of figured it was, and I went with it. And I looked back, and the kid behind me did the same thing. So yeah, there was that. I did finish with 3.05, so I would say it was pretty spot on-ish, because you probably didn't get enough signal the whole time, but whatever. All the way back, I did start to fill it around 1.8, 1.9. I did pull back slightly to keep myself out of the danger zone and try to recover for that last mile. Well, whatever, a little less than a mile at that point. in case that kid caught back up to me and I could make a move and just have enough in it to hopefully hold him off. Because at the time I was confident that if I could recover enough, I could maintain like a 6 pace that last mile, or 6:05. I'm not even sure what my pace was, but I was confident I could do that if I could just recover enough, and hopefully that would hold him off. So that was sort of my strategy that last mile. And I know he did close the gap on me some. But the issue that I was having was people still heading out were like 3-4 wide in some instances. There was a couple kids on the right-hand side of the trail, like running side to side. There was a couple strollers. One lady was fixing her stroller as I was trying to pass. So I had to like weave in around people. So that did take a little bit out of me, speed-wise, but also allowed me to recover just slightly more. But after I did recover a little bit and thought about, holding on to that 6-minute pace, 6:05 pace, I thought if I could hit the pavement, which was like the last 0.3 miles of the race, because I looked at my watch on the way out, that hopefully I would have a kick if need be. So I was also shooting for that as well. And it seemed to work. I know the kid was catching me, and I was worried about it, because I did look back when we hit the asphalt, and I was like, oh shit, he's right on my ass. Maybe like 2 to 3 seconds. I was like, if he kicks early, he might overtake me. So I did try to put the hammer down with what I had left, and somehow managed to hold him off. I was choking a little bit and starting to get sick, just because I was in that above the red line zone for me. So I was having a hard time finishing the race. If there was another 0.05, I definitely wouldn't have won the race. I didn't have anything else left in me. And as I was crossing the finish line, I did start to like dry heave, puke a little bit for about a minute, just as I was trying to recover. But I did hold it off by like a second. So he did push and kick as well. I just had barely enough to take it. So I'm happy about that. But the race itself was fun. Beautiful weather today, about 50 degrees for the October 26th. Can't really complain about it. I'll take that any day of the week. Perfect temperatures for running. Well, I mean, it was a little chilly before the race, just standing around, but then once we got going, it was beautiful, perfect temperatures, and with that breeze, made it perfect. And the leaves on the trail, there was leaves on the trail the whole way, but there was a little bit like a blown path, so you could run on the way out, not have to worry about the leaves. And thankfully, since I was out in front, even when I was drafting, we were using the cleared part, and on the way back, it was more on the right-hand side, left-hand side on the way out. So we got to double up and use it both ways, which was nice. Gave us a little bit more speed than running through the leaves with the friction that would have slowed us down by a couple of seconds. That's about it. It was a nice battle. I was worried the whole time. I didn't really think I was going to be able to maintain it. If I didn't pull back at all, I would have definitely hit a wall. So I did play it smart. The kid said, I guess he PR'd, so that was kind of cool. What else? But I think third was at the turnaround, maybe 10 seconds behind, and then maybe 13 was like fourth. so anything could have happened. I mean, it's not a hard course to follow because it's an out and back, and they do have people at the 2 quick little what I call Z turns in that first 3/10 of the race, before you hit the rail trail. But it's a pretty flat rail trail, maybe like 20 feet. I think I had 22 up, 24 down again at the turn, so you reverse that. So we'll just call it 50 feet up and down for the whole race. So nothing drastic. But I took a bunch of clips at the finish line, a couple pictures of people I knew. I think I stepped in something because I smell something now. But yeah, I would say it was a good crowd. They had a couple hundred people. There were some food trucks there. I don't want to get into the whole story about, you know, Run For Your Life 5K. Here's my award. But guy had was having issues last year up in Erie during the marathon, and a couple of the women that are running this race helped the guy save his life, giving him CPR. And that's what they do. They use this money to raise money for CPR training and stuff like that. So it's a good cause. Just seems well organized, so that's why I came back again this year. Won it last year as well, but my time this year was like 40 seconds quicker. I think that's about it. I didn't even get to look at the shirt they gave out. But yeah, guess that's my recap and what I did.